Okay, another video is called Experience with Isam. I could not read the name because I wrote it weirdly. But so, Isam's a guy I know for a long time, and we're friends. It's the first time I said it out loud. But he's one of the few people that listen to me. He literally has been through a lot in his life where he just kind of like allows people to be themselves. I'm giving him that as benefit of the doubt, or like just whatever cuteness that comes with having people that would listen to you. Remember, I'm the kind of guy that doesn't have that many people to listen to. Thus, this awkward engagement that I'm having with YouTube. Cigarello, by the way, Partagas, courtesy of my father. I don't like them. I just don't want to buy cigarettes anymore. So I figured I'll do this until I realize, hey man, stop smoking. So, to describe that experience, uh, we hung out one day, and 2 days ago, and he came here, and I was sitting basically outside. It's a beautiful setup, super calm at night. So calm to a point where every car becomes annoying. You know, when it's like, yeah, you can hear the car from a distance. In the day, you don't care because there are a lot of different noises, but at night, everything's like kind of settled. And that's how basically the village has that feel to it. So ultimately, we're sitting and we're chilling, and I'm playing the guitar. I'm just throwing stuff on the guitar and just basically doing things that I normally do. And then I was talking to him about probably some form of like mastery or just an understanding of how you would want to level up and get better. He's been talking to me lately about him wanting to get a job. It's not what I wanted to do for so long. And I basically would just want to. He was clear about it to everyone. He's like, he could not give a fuck. But like meeting somebody he liked and that likes him back made him feel differently, made him start seeing things differently. I don't want to say got him more motivated towards things, but ultimately kind of like shifted his perspective to, hey man, you could actually do it. Why the fuck not? Like, it'll be nice to do things differently. But anyways, I really feel like he's more motivated towards what he has to contribute to others in life, which is a very positive thing. Also fairly selfish because what about like others' engagement with you? And I really think like he is true to himself. But so he asked me, like, I told him that I thought of him once after a conversation we had, and I wrote something about it. And it's the conversation I write, it's the written article that I actually speak about attention. Because for me, he has all his attention in his head. And I had that at one point, and I started basically pulling all the attention to the outside world and trying to see how I can like manage it, channel it, and position myself when it comes to it. That's funny because I play my own games with almost everything I see in front of me in order for me to kind of like decide how I'm going to interact with it and moving forward. And I feel that gamification of life is something that's very important, which is something I'm trying also to do in my platform. So forget this vibe alone. My true experience started when I started talking to him and I was playing a certain amount of chords. So I was telling him about the article while playing chords. And I kept repeating them. And it's the simplest chord structure ever. 1, 6, 3, 7. Ah, I think 80% of pop songs are those chords. And I picked the key of A minor. It's literally the thing that I find the simplest when it comes to music because they're literally like the top part of the guitar. I can show them to you. So they're literally this part of the guitar. So this is the A minor, this is the F major, and this is the C, and this is the G. So this is what I was playing. Not the best guitar player. But I kept repeating that while I was talking to him. And then he was like, "You're doing good with the actual guitar." And I'm like, "Let's try a song." And I start singing a song called Safe Tonight by Eagle Eye Cherry. Beautiful song. Back in the day, I loved it, and it's still a relevant song for me. It's just because it's cute. And I started singing it the way I would sing it, not the way it's sung. And it was just a beautiful start to finish experience where everything about that song harmonized perfectly with me. And it doesn't matter how I grabbed the chords and how the guitar sounded or any of that stuff. All that mattered was I was able to complete the song. And that was literally my first time. When I was done, he was like completely vibing. And then he goes like, "Not bad." And I go like, "It's my fucking first time." And I start kind of like getting that euphoric feel on me. It was super fucking beautiful. I can't explain it. But the best thing I can say is for the first time where I actually was able to finish the whole song, felt so fucking good. And the first thing I can think about was when I finished was what other song will I be able to play fully? And granted, I made a decision at one point 6 months ago to kind of like start looking at the guitar a bit differently instead of just looking at it as the challenges and as the because most of the people online when they're teaching you stuff, they're kind of like teaching you how to get better. But you can only get better when you're kind of like when your feel for the area around you has been established. And the way I see things is the way I see things happening with me are more of like what is it I learned and where can I experience it, but I also have to experience it on my own terms where it kind of like sounds like it's working, makes sense, be it physics, be it math, be it code programming, be it even writing. Like if I learn something new in writing, I kind of have to like it has to come out of me, and once it does, it feels differently, it feels better, it feels funnier, it feels all kinds of good stuff. But until then, from my perspective, I I need to get over it. I need to get over what I learned. So it's not something that I learned. It's something that I already know or I understand. Understand is a strong word here. And I believe that if I'm able to complete songs, I'll be able to fully like to understand better the music in general, the nature of music and the nature of harmony and the nature of like rhythm and the nature of my weaknesses, my strumming patterns, my all that stuff. And as I finished songs, not from the heart completely, not with closed eyes, with me kind of like going up and down with all my voices, attempting to sit straight, and all these things kind of like going into place. But I attempted them like in the best way possible, without fully giving the song its own like value. Which means I was completely focused on every single pattern that I was actually building, but I never was loose with it. And that was the first time. It was very much a surreal experience because it literally points to all there are a few songs that I'm playing the guitar to be able to play, and I know once I'm able to play those songs, I'll be able to play any fucking song I want because I have that understanding of the guitar, so I'll be able to kind of like do stuff. And I feel like that performance, because it was a performance 2 days ago, 3 days ago, was me leveling up properly. Because everything I do when I'm practicing my strumming, when I'm practicing my chords, when I'm practicing my voice, my seating position, and everything, literally was combined and set up that then and there was fully established. And it was literally pointing at now, what else do you have to do in order to reach the second level? And I'm imagining the second level would only be reached once I realized this kind of experience. And it's not repeating the experience, it's diving back into it and being able to like allow the guitar to be how what I it was literally an extension of everything about me. And it wasn't necessarily the most Miyamoto Musashi talks about this. He talks when it comes to the sword, you should not treat the sword as a tool, even though it is. But anytime you hold it, it's an extension of your body. It is serving a purpose. It is working as a part of you so that you can do things differently, better, whatever it is you want to do. And he describes it in his book, Book of Five Rings, that that's exactly how a foreman sees his hammer. That's exactly how a farmer sees his shovel. And that's exactly how a writer sees his pen. They're a part of you, they're an extension of you. They're, they're things that you basically combine to yourself in order for you to express. And when I say express, I'm always saying if you want to do something into this world, if you want to do something, period, you're expressing it. If it's a physical thing, you're expressing it. If it's vocal, you're expressing it. If it's like visual, you're expressing it. Like, you're always expressing it, and we always have. We throughout our years as evolving as human beings have created tools in order for us to express better, which is literally all the work that we're doing here. All of these things that we're engaging with are always these kinds of things. And so, yeah, I'm excited for this new relationship I have with music and this new relationship I have with this. And I'm thankful that I'm able to actually I'm able to express myself properly to people that are like happy and excited to listen. That's something I'm grateful for. Namaste, everybody. Thank you. It was a fucking experience, I tell you.